Molweni, welcome to another Mahle Majola video. Thank you for clicking play. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for staying a member. I really appreciate it. I'm noticing remotes and things now. Let's actually tidy up. Oh, I'm doing it. It's been a while. Has it been that long since I actually shot a sit-down video? I think it has been a minute. That's a little bit tidy, right? Okay. Guys, I am back in South Africa. Oh, Sana, when I landed, my problems started. But I'm not speaking that out there. The Lord has been so kind, so good, and so gracious, and so favorable upon my life that even the small inconveniences that are happening since I landed, I'm okay and I'm grateful. Anywho, this video is to give all the details about the Thailand trip. If you are planning on a trip, the finances, the activities, modes of transport, agent, all of the things that were beneficial to us on our trip and everything that we did. So yeah, let's get into this video. Alrighty, so we went to Thailand, and we went to Thailand with Wallo Travel. You can find them on Instagram and I believe on Facebook as well, and on their website. Wallo Travel does packages, okay? So you do like an essential trip, which most likely is like one location. You can do a fully loaded trip, which is location and activities, which is what we did. Now on an essential trip, you might get one city or one island. On a fully loaded, you can do 2 locations or you can do 3 locations, which is what we did. We did a 3-0 fully loaded package. We went to Phuket, we went to Krabi, and then we went to Bangkok. So 3 cities, 3-0, and then we did fully loaded package with activities. Now there are options to do 3-0, but don't do fully loaded package, where you just pay for flights and accommodation, and then the activities are on you. So there's different packages to look at. So let's get to ours. How much was our package and what was included in that package? Our package was 27,000 rands. Okay, so the numbers here I'm going to give you in Thai baht as well as in rands. So 27,000 rand. Now with Wallo, the nice thing is you don't have to pay that 27,000 rand up front. They do like Boma lay-by, or I almost said stock fair, but you pay it off, pay later, you know. So that 27,000 rand, we split it up in 3 months, I believe. So we paid roughly 9,000 something, if I'm not mistaken, 8,900, something along those lines. So we split that up in 3 months, 27,000 rand. You need to pay that full amount per person a month before you actually leave. So if you're leaving on the 20th of April, you need to have paid by the 20th of March, full payment, okay? But you can even book your trip like now in June and then only go on the trip in November, which gives you more months to pay up your package, okay? What was included in the 27,000 rand per person sharing? Flights. This is flights from Cape Town to wherever you're connecting to. We connected in Singapore and we flew Singapore Airlines. This is an economy ticket, okay? From here to Singapore, and then from Singapore to Phuket. This is also a flight from then where we were exiting Thailand, which was Bangkok. From Bangkok to Singapore, and Singapore back to Cape Town. So your flights, return flights are included, including connecting flights. Ne? What also was included is accommodation at all these places. In Phuket, we stayed 5 nights. In Krabi, we stayed 4 nights. And in Bangkok, we also stayed 4 nights. Okay. our whole trip was 2 weeks. We left on a Sunday, we came back, not that, the other Sunday, 14 days. So 5 nights in Phuket, 4 nights in Krabi, and 4 nights in Bangkok was included. Now this is one room. You can have a double bed or a queen bed, or you can have 2 3/4 beds. In Phuket, we had 2 3/4 beds, and everywhere else the same. But in Phuket, there was like a, I guess, like not a chest of drawer, but there was like a pedestal dividing the 2 beds, whereby in the other 2 hotels, there wasn't. So it was just 2 3/4 put together. Yeah, what was included is activities as well. We'll go through the different activities shortly. In Phuket, we had, I wrote this down, we had beach tour, all the beaches in Phuket. We did a tour of that. Then we did PP Island, which was beautiful. Oh, beautiful. You don't want to miss this. PP Islands are different islands, which you have Maya Bay, you had Monkey Island, you had, there's different islands within PP. That's not the beaches that you'd find in Phuket. So that's what the 2 activities we did in Phuket. And then in Krabi, we did Hong Islands, which are different islands that are near Krabi. Also very beautiful. And then in Bangkok, we only did a cultural tour, which included all the palaces and the temples, as well as Chinatown. Those are the 4 activities that were included that we didn't have to pay for. Well, you paid for before going, but while we were there, we didn't have to pay for. No? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now, we're going to get into monies. Money. So we've already spent 27,000 Rand before going, and it includes flight, accommodation, activities, and breakfast. All these places, breakfast is included. It's a buffet, a spread. You can eat all you want, which we did, which we absolutely did. And the food was really good. We didn't get sick, not even once. We tried their food. We had normal English breakfast. There was pancakes. There was like, omelets. There's like a hotel spread for breakfast in all these different places we went to. I wanted to mention the names of the hotels. These are 3 stars. They're not 4 stars. They're 3 stars. They all have air conditioning. You'll get like slippers and towels, fresh towels. People come and do it's proper hotels. The first one in Phuket was Sea Breeze Resort, Qatar Sea Breeze Resort, which is in Qatar. In Krabi, we stayed in a Krabi Chadar. Me and Clem kept on saying Krabi Chadar because that's how the locals say it. Krabi Chadar for 4 nights. And then Bangkok, we stayed at Oakwood Hotel and Residence, also 4 nights. Yeah. So let's get into costs of just the things when you get there. Like now we're getting into spending money that you need to have, or what we spent money on when we're at these different places. Now, for me and Clementine, we had different things to focus on. I believe even if you're traveling with someone, give them the freedom to do the things that they want to do in activities. And yes, you guys might be traveling together, but you need to give each other room to actually explore different things. Like for me, I am a cafe person. There was cafes I wanted to go to. Clem, not so much. She wanted to do cooking class. I didn't want to do a cooking class. What else? But then there's common things that we wanted to definitely do together. So I would definitely advise, if you're using like Wallow Travel or any agent, it's cheaper to go with someone because it's per person sharing, so accommodation becomes cheaper in that sense. However, when it comes to activities, please don't limit yourself based on the other person's comfortability or the other person's lack thereof of interest in things. You paid your own money to be there, so definitely enjoy yourself, explore. And that's what we did. There's things that I did by myself, and there's things that Clem did by herself, and then we would also come together and also give each other space. Now, let's get into money spent while we're there. The first thing you will need to do is get a SIM card and each SIM card for us costs 600 Thai baht. So the currency, currently the exchange rate is almost like exactly half. So if something costs 600 in Thailand, it's actually 300 in South African rands. So we got a full unlimited data and calls while we were there for 15 days at 600 Thai baht, which is 300 rand in South Africa. Okay, you need that, like, to get on your WhatsApp, to get on your social media, so you guys, you and whoever you're traveling with can communicate. You need a SIM card on your phone. Okay, and then the first thing that I did, which was the next day, was to do an elephant, it wasn't a sanctuary, but like it was an elephant experience, I would call it. And it was raining on that day. If you watched the vlog, if you haven't, go watch the vlog. And that was quite expensive. That was 1,500 Thai baht. And you get to just play with the elephants, watch them if you want, go into the ocean with them, like just play with them essentially. And you get really nice, you can take pictures with them as well. So that was 1,500 Thai baht, which is, split that into Kebetuna, what is it? 750 rand. Okay, that's the first thing I spend money on. The second thing is Old Phuket town. Now this is like an area. So it's the Old Phuket, I guess, town. It's what it is. So you go there, it's almost like an open market with restaurants, and it's beautiful. Now to get there is what you need to pay for, but when you're there, it's up to you what you buy and what you don't buy. So we paid 500 Thai baht to get there on Bolt. So Bolt is the best way to travel when you're there, because you see how we have Uber and stuff. You can choose Uber, is Uber Go, Uber X, Uber whatever, Uber delivery. They also have Bolt and they also have Grab. So if you're traveling with people, I would suggest you use Bolt. Grab is quite pricier there, but Bolt is quite reasonable, and you guys can split the fees, you know. If you're traveling alone, you can still use Bolt, but they have an option for a scooter. Oh, I loved the scooter rides. You can choose a scooter if you're traveling alone, and then a scooter will come pick you up and take you wherever you're going. I am for this option. You get to see up close life that's happening in, like, you see people living their life daily, rather than like, I don't know, man. I just felt like when I was in the car, I was way too familiar and I was too at home and relaxed. But when I was in a scooter, I would go different places, take shortcuts and stuff. So it was very fun. So to get to Old Phuket town, all you have to account for is transport to get there and spending money. Now we stayed in Qatar when we were in Phuket, which is close to the beach and everything, but there's too many beaches there. So I would actually suggest, if you are going to Phuket, to actually stay in Patong Beach or Patong area. That's where most of the things are happening. Nightlife is happening, some markets are happening, but it's just a very central place to go everywhere else. So in Qatar, where we were staying, we were 20 minutes from Patong, which means 40 minutes from everything else. So Old Phuket town was like around an hour, 47 minutes to get there, which is why our Bolt was 500 Thai baht one way, and then coming back another 500 Thai baht. So we split that up. So it's 1,000 Thai baht to get to Old Phuket town from where we were staying. I'm pretty sure people in Patong or in other areas paid less than that. So how much is that? 500 rands for Ubers to go and to come back in a car. If there's two of you guys, you can split that up. But I definitely spent money there because I bought the dress. I bought the dress, which was very expensive. Lord, not very expensive. It was definitely over 1,000 South African rands. I just can't remember how much that dress was for the life of me. Yeah, so SIM card, elephant, Old Phuket town, pocket money to buy stuff, but transport was 500 Thai baht one way. Then we went to Yona Beach. If you have heard anything about Thailand, you would have heard about Yona Beach. Oh, Sana, what a vibe. What a vibe. Now, there's different packages because of the different sitting areas at Yona Beach. So if you want a beach bed, if you want one by the ocean, one by the pool, if you want to sit upstairs in a chair, upstairs in a a bed, like there's very different options. But they have what they call a ladies pass, because these places want girls to come. They have what they call a ladies pass. Now, a ladies pass makes you sit up there on like the 3rd floor. However, you can also sit at the bar. You can also sit at the restaurant for, I believe, an hour and a half. So what ended up happening, we dropped our bags where we were supposed to sit. We sat by the bar for a little bit, and then we went to have our food for an hour and a half, and we just ended up staying at the restaurant. I don't know if this is normal, but we weren't kicked out, and there weren't any issues. We just stayed there I literally had to go up like 3 hours later to go get my bags. So the ladies pass was 2,000 Thai baht per person. Within that 2,000 Thai baht per person, you get a 1,000 Thai baht voucher for food or for drinks. Okay, so you pay 2,000. When you get there, you get a wristband, and every time you go to the bar, to the restaurant, you pay with that wristband up until you get your tab, which is 1,000 Thai baht. So essentially, a ladies pass is 1,000 Thai baht. Ne? Things that I do want to say, you need to note here, is that you have to drive or go to Phuket Royal Marina, and I used a scooter again to get there because Clem had some other plans. I was doing something else earlier that day, so I spent like 150 Thai baht to get there from my first location to the marina. And when you get to the marina, you get on a boat. The boat takes you to the beach club. Very lovely service. They give you complimentary pineapple juice, like, oh, Yona treats you like a star. Okay, boats leave every 20 minutes from the marina to the beach club, and it's like a 10-minute boat ride to get from the marina to the beach club. So you get there, you sign up, they check your bag, because obviously they don't want you to bring in your own drinks. They check your bag. After like checking your bag, then you get on the boat, which leaves every 20 minutes, and it takes you to Yona Beach Club. And then you can chill Paya for as long as you want until they close if you want to. The ladies pass gives you access from 2 p.m. up until they close, which I believe is 11 p.m. Yeah. Oh, that's so much information, right? But I hope it is helpful. But the ladies pass was the cheapest pass on there. If you're trying to book a bed and other things, it will be a higher price. Another thing that I noticed when I was trying to book the ladies pass for me and Clem, making it 4,000 Thai baht, it only gave us credit tab of 1,000 Thai baht. And I was like, no man, but if it's 2 people, then the food and drinks credit should be 2,000 Thai baht. So I ended up booking for myself and then booking for Clem so that she can get her 1,000 and I can get my 1,000. So use that wisely, that information. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about Yona Beach. Then the third place I went to is Mataboa Cafe, which is where you see the lily pads. Oh, which is where you get the lily pads. Now, I have done a video on specifically when I've done the vlog when I went there, but also a video on TikTok on what happens when you actually get there. The lily pads, you can do 2 people, 1 person. They also have different packages. One, it is very far. Oh, Ngosiam, I was on a scooter for definitely like an hour, if not an hour and 15 minutes. But I think it was an hour. I took a scooter to get there, and then while I was there, which was 300 baht from Qatar, 150 rands to get there. When I got there, Sanad was already a queue. I think I got there around 9 o'clock, and the next available slot was at 11:15. Imagine. So you have to kind of wake up early to get there, and hopefully you're not going during peak season because everybody would be wanting to do that shoot. You go to Madiboa Cafe, you get them, they will give you the different packages that they have. I chose a single person package with the video and photos included, and that costed, oh, we're losing sun. Okay, it's sunset now in Cape Town, and the cost for that was 1,100 Thai baht. Yeah, that's how much the video and the stills cost. 1,100 Thai baht, and it was already on special, the lady said. And then we did PP Island, which was included in our package. However, we did spend money in PP Island because when you are touring the islands, you get off at different islands, Monkey Island, Maya Bay, and all these islands. However, there's an option for you to snorkel. There's an option for you to get on a long boat, which is the wooden ones that you would see. I'll post it. Wooden ones that you would see a lot of people taking pictures in. So if you're getting on the long tail boat, you need to pay 400 Thai baht for that experience, which is 200 South African rand. Okay. And that's what we did in Clem. We got onto the longboat, and then from there we went snorkeling and diving in the ocean. Yeah, I think that's it for Phuket. Very busy time. Then we went to the second location, which was Krabi. In Krabi we stayed for 4 nights, and we stayed at Krabi Chada hotel, which is also a 3-star hotel, and it was beautiful. Everything was great. Now this is where we got to I guess relax and not have too many things going on. We really just walked to the beach, went to a night market. We basically just relaxed. We got full body massages done. We got some souvenirs for our family members. That's really all of that is dependent on you, how much you want to spend. Thai massages were 400 baht, full body, 60 minutes, but then I negotiated it down to 300 baht for each of us. So imagine a full body oil massage for 150 rand. Insanity. Never find that in Cape Town. You won't find that in Cape Town. So that's all I use money on. I use money on the massage and money on the souvenirs for my family. And then I went to this restaurant with the most beautiful sunset in the world. It's called Kanong, is it? I wrote it down. Kanong Hill. To get there, I spent 220 baht one way, so 440 baht return on a scooter. And Sana, it's probably one of my favorite restaurants now in the world. There's no sunset better than that sunset. It is so beautiful. It's like a postcard. It's so unreal. It's so beautiful. And I ate. I remember I had a matcha, and then I had a dish for like maybe 115 baht. Let's say max 120 baht, and then the matcha was like also 100 and I'll say 10 baht. So it wasn't more than like 300 that I spent there. 300 baht, which is 150 rand. So it's also very cost effective. Like, it was very cheap. I didn't find that expensive at all. But the experience was beautiful. I have pictures on my Instagram if you want to go see. Khar Nong Hill transport 440, and food for 300 max, and then some souvenirs that I got for my family. Oh, and the massages for 300 baht. So that's how much I spent in Krabi. And then we went to Bangkok. Please, if you are going to Thailand and you're going to do different places, finish in Bangkok, because Bangkok is the city where you buy things to take back home. If you start there, you will finish all your money for your trip, which is not what we want to do, okay? So start in the other places, finish in Bangkok, then you just spend whatever money you have left, okay? Now, we stayed 4 nights at Oakwood Hotel and Residence. We had one activity, which was the cultural tour. It was the temples, very cringe. If you're a Christian, I do not suggest you do this, to be honest. There's definitely a spirit of Buddhism, because that's who they worship in these temples. I think it's a good place in terms of architecture, but the longer you stay, the longer we both became very uncomfortable. There's a part where there's literally statues of gold, people, like there's monks. There's just spiritual stuff that's there, so I don't suggest doing that. However, the culture also included going to Chinatown, which was the best experience within that package. So yeah, use your discernment and your discretion with that one. That's the only activity that was in Bangkok within the travel agency package. But the thing that we did that I need you to listen up. I need you to listen up with this one. Oh, Sana, the sun is setting. Our lighting is being affected. I'm gonna try and speed through this before we're in darkness. Okay. People will tell you, if you want designer bags, go to MBK, which is a mall in Bangkok, and you get fake real stuff. What I mean by that is, it's the factories that make for these Italian brands, because they source in Asia. These guys make them in Asia and they sell them in-house. And some, obviously, they export to their suppliers. So the Gucci you get at Gucci is the same Gucci you get there, because it's the same people that make it. So a lot of people buy a lot of designer stuff when they get to Thailand, but they go to MBK Mall, which is where everybody buys the not real stuff, I guess. Yeah, bo? However, let me plug you, okay? When we were there, we met this local lady, and she said to me, listen, don't go to MBK. Go to Jenny. We said, who is Jenny? Jenny? And she said, I'll get a tuk-tuk for you guys that's gonna take you to multiple places where top-notch quality products. Now, don't go to MBK, go to Jenny. People there, locals, go buy at Jenny. Your celebrities, when they are there, they go buy at Jenny. They don't go to MBK, okay? They don't go to MBK. Hail a tuk-tuk and ask them, can you take me to Jenny? They know. Jenny is a very top secret place where, bro, when we got there were Teslas parked outside. People with the money buy at Jenny. They designer bags, okay? So first off, go to Jenny to buy any designer bags that you want. Designer shoes, they'll give you what they have, okay? It's a very small secret store. It's not even on the map. I tried Googling where to get, it's not on the map. You can't take pictures also when you're there, okay? That's the first thing I want to say to you. And then if you want to buy clothes, there's a mall called Platinum Mall, ne? Platinum Mall is like any normal mall, like Maponya Mall, V&A, you know, Mainland. It's the same. It's a normal mall where you'll get your Starbucks, your clothing brands, all of that stuff. But next to Platinum Mall is a place called Bangkok Fashion Mall, BFM. Ne? BFM is like a wholesaler, okay? It's giving Marabastad. I'll be honest with you, it's giving Marabastad, but a fancy Marabastad. It has 4 floors, and then it also like there's an exit to a big market that's there. So you need to go there. It's next to Platinum Mall. So when you get to Platinum Mall, don't go into the mall, go left into the market, and you will find BFM. Oh, some of the things you will find there. Oh, the things you'll find there. The thing is, they're not easily negotiable because they're already selling at wholesale prices. Because that's where locals come to stock and sell in their markets, respective markets. So it's very hard to get discounts. Like I got this dress, I'll show you the dress I wore at the temples. I'll show you. It was 590 baht, and we managed to get it down to 550 baht, which is not that much of a difference, but we're still able to do that. So 550 divided by 2, you get that cost in rand. So that's like 200 and something, right? 275 rand, I think. Oh, don't trust my maths. Please don't trust my maths. Oh, that's wrong maths. That's such wrong maths. Anyway, but it was 550 baht. So divide by 2, that's up. You'll get the South African rand for this dress. So yeah, Jenny for designer, BFM for clothes. Me and Clem came back with plastic bags. When I say plastic bags, our tuk-tuk was so full. What else? So that is spending money for you and how you want to do that. To get to Platinum Mall, we used the Sky Train, which cost 180 for both of us, which was to get there. I think it's like 4 stops from where we stayed. We got on at BTS Sapan Taksin BTS Sky Train stop, and then we got off at Siam Station, and from Siam Station it's quite close to get to Platinum, but you can hail a tuk-tuk when you get to Siam Station, and then it can take you wherever you need to go. It can take you to Jenny, it can take you to BFM, it can take you to different places. What else did I do when I was there? There's 2 whole cafes that I did not want to miss, which were 500 Thai baht to get to, which was like an hour away. We did this on our last day as we were leaving. One is called After the Rain Cafe. Oh, you get to kayak for free. If you spend over 100 Thai baht, over 50 rands on your food, you get to kayak for free. Oh, what a beautiful experience. I had wanted to do kayaking in Krabi, but I just didn't want to do it in Krabi, so ended up doing it there. The restaurant is called After the Rain. It's beautiful. It's an hour away from the city. But yeah, for a Bolt car, because it was raining that day, so we used a car instead of a scooter, and we wanted to both go. It was 300 baht to get there one way, and then we spent food for 600 Thai baht, and then we got to use the kayak. After that, 10 minutes from that is a beautiful other cafe called Bubble in the Forest. From After the Rain to get to Bubble in Forest, it is 10 minutes drive, so you can hail another Bolt, which was 100 Thai baht to get there. And that was also beautiful. We did not stay there for a very long time because we were rushing to get back to our hotel for our transfer to the airport. But that was also such a beautiful place to go and visit. Loved it, but we were literally there in and out for like 10 minutes and we were out. So yeah, there wasn't an entrance fee or anything. You Oh, when we got there, they did ask us if we have a reservation, and I said no. So I think it is better to make a reservation so that you can get the right seating that you want, because you want to be in the middle. I'll show the video now, but you want to be in the middle, or on the swings. There's different types of sittings. We were given the swings, but we didn't stay there at all. Like, we just got there, took pictures, and we left. Yeah. And then there is a hop on hop off boat ride. Okay, it's like a ferry. It's like we're getting on a bus, and then the bus will obviously have different stops to get to its destination. The ferry is simple, just a different mode of transport in most countries. We just don't have it in South Africa. I don't think we do anyway. So you can get on a ferry, pay 30 Thai baht, and it goes and stops at different places. You can get off wherever you want to get off, or you can just go with it and you just get to like be on a boat throughout the whole river, and then it comes back. So that is also a beautiful thing to do, and it's only 30 Thai baht. So what we did is go to Eco Siam Mall, which is one of the biggest malls in Thailand and in Bangkok, and it's very beautiful. It has a waterfall situation happening inside the mall. It's got your designer places, and it's got a market within the mall. Like I mean a huge market within the mall, and all the stores you can imagine. They have Sephora, they have all the stores. So you can get a ferry to go to Eco Siam Mall, and it was 8 Thai baht one way, so 8 times 2 to come back. Yeah, I think that is all the cost. Now, in total, how much did we spend on this trip? For agent, flights, accommodation, activities, and breakfast, 27,000 rand, which you can pay up until a month before you travel. On spending money, I had 12,000 rands when we left. I spent an additional 8,000 rand. So in total, 20,000 rand was spent on this trip while I was there. So grand total, 47,000 rand. Oh, son, in total, 47,000 rand. I know it sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. However, if you pay for your trip monthly for your agent, that 27,000 rand, you won't feel it. Then you keep yourself 10 to 15,000 rand spending money for 2 weeks, you will absolutely be fine. Obviously, things I didn't mention is like sometimes lunches and dinners that we had. Like we had a lot of street food. I think we went to one fancy dinner where we spent like 700 baht max. Yeah, so in total, 47,000 rand is the amount for the whole trip. For agent, transport, accommodation, and activities, 27,000 rand, and spending 20,000 rand. Now, asifani guys, my spending was on a very expensive dress, which is what I'm saying. I don't remember how much it was. It was over 1,000 South African rand for sure. And I spent money at Jenny. I won't lie, I spent money at Jenny. I spent money at BFM. That market has everything and anything you can imagine. So I spent a lot of money in Bangkok. Majority of my money was spent in Bangkok. Before I got to Bangkok, I had spent 12K before getting to Bangkok. But then the whole 8K, at least that 12K was divided into 2 cities. The 8K I spent in 4 days is insanity in Bangkok. But yeah, okay. Those are my costs. Yeah, those are my costs. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you gained something as a member to this channel. Yeah, and these are the little nuggets and benefits that you get if you're planning your next trip to Thailand. Other than that, Gebetunana, this is the end. I would definitely recommend going to Bangkok. I would definitely recommend Wolo Travel. They were communicating with us the whole way through, WhatsApping us, checking in on us. Perfect treatment from them. The day before activities, they would let us know and check in on us, confirm pickup times for transfers from the airport or from different places we were going in and going to. So absolutely happy with their service. But Kesana, that is the tea. This is the end of this video. I will catch you on the next membership video. Once more, I appreciate you for being a member and contributing towards this channel and helping it grow. Other than that, Zeniti abendibuza nam bendilapha. Bye.